The art is the room. Installation artist and University of Illinois at Springfield instructor Allison Lacher calls it "That's Love, Baby."
And I'm a lover. I love everybody, you know. My objective is to create emotionally charged spaces. It's truly optimistic. If you walk into the space and all you see is color and glitter and chrome, it's a very happy, happy space. The subtext, that's love, baby, where there are inevitable pitfalls in any circumstance where love exists. This show engages a lot of beaus because I'm dealing with the end of naivete.
And every one of the thousands of bows in That's Love, Baby was carefully tied by Lacher.
I'm only outshined in bow tying by Martha Stewart. Nobody can tie a bow like me. In its most technical sense, it's a knot. I got interested in that suggestion of strength when it's actually incredibly vulnerable, because all you have to do is pull one end and the whole thing comes undone. And it's no longer a knot or a bow. And I wanted to use it as a metaphor for vulnerability. Some artists complain about having a home studio. Once you descend down those stairs, it's like I'm out of the magical suburbia, that the upper level of the house reflects.
Lacher's suburban home is on the western edge of Springfield. Her basement studio is a working space and a storage area for pieces from previous installations. This object right here was a component in a large-scale installation I did at the University of Reno, Nevada, with a collaborator. And we orchestrated this very ambitious installation with 400 batons suspended from the ceiling. And the big success from that show is that our work made it to the cover of Twirl magazine, which I understand is the premier twirling publication. Over there on that shelf, there are 2 bowling balls on these cushions, and there's something about this that looks like a surprised little face. I can mimic it. This is something that I call solid love. I cut out heart after heart after heart of furniture-grade plywood, and then glued them together and sanded it and puttied it into one solid, massive heart. If you look at the base of the piece, it seems to be kind of floating off of these little ribbon tendrils, really taking on the quality of the weight of love, the pressure of love, but it's still hovering, it's still love, it's still delightful and necessary. It's just solid love. I moved to Springfield 6 years ago, and I wanted to leave immediately. And I really had a hard time envisioning my future here in Springfield as a contemporary sculptor and installation artist. I just didn't see where I fit in the grand picture of the community. Lacher found her community and her reason for staying in Springfield in a cooperative art space housed in an old corner drugstore south of the city's Capitol building.
I was just looking for a cheap space to work in, and I knew someone who knew the landlord who said he had something he couldn't move. It's just in a bad neighborhood, and it's something that, he wouldn't charge me much at all to use it. So we just started inviting artists in, and originally we had 5 or 6 in the first month, and now we're up to 20.
I came by one evening when they were having an organic potluck kind of lecture, which was a little unusual for Springfield.
We really pursued after her. We knew she could bring in artists. She's got a great network of people that she could seek out and bring a contemporary eye to it.
And they suck you in, they really, once you start to meet the personalities, you want to spend more time here.
There are no other cooperatives in Springfield right now for art. I guess we're the first, so. This is our first location. We've got 2 more now. One will be a full-time gallery that Allison will run and curate.
There is a very raw space that we're eager to work on and evolve and start to invite artists from all over Illinois. This is going to be a main gallery space here I think and believe that the community is hungry for the unknown, and I want to bring it to them. Nothing is off limits. It can be anything we want it to be at any time. It's brimming with potential. When we started having this discussion, I remembered an alternative space that existed in Peoria. I got in touch with them and I said, tell me about your experience.
Lacher's interest in the Peoria alternative gallery called Backspace has her driving north a lot these days.
This is my favorite part of the drive because of these wind turbine things. I know I'm nearly to Peoria. They look like a huge installation to me. I love them.
Her installation, That's Love Baby, is currently at Backspace.
Part of the reason I was so interested in bringing Allison to Peoria is to start making these connections with places like Springfield and other central Illinois artists and organizations. It just seemed like such an ideal project to bring to Backspace, to have this whole installation consume the gallery. It's been so great to have her and bridge this distance between Peoria and Springfield and do something that's so fitting for our space.
I want my viewers to walk into a space that has been transformed into something new, something that's maybe even a departure from reality, but has anchors in familiar, and specifically domesticity.